would we all be, would it be a conquering party like they said with Cortez, the conquistadors and the Incas? I mean, would they come to us and give us some unearthbound disease and then we die? What were they there to? Now, he saw on the hand that they were going to kill humanity. Taylor Kitsch saw that. But do you think they were there to just wipe us out? Or do you think they were there to... what do you think?
I think they were there to... I think they eventually would have tried to wipe us out. But I think that initial party was, none of these humans are a threat to us. So we're not going to waste our energy on them. We're going to mine for our, test the Earth for samples or whatever they're doing. Like, they're clearly scouting Earth for either a hostile takeover or for the minerals and elements to keep supplying back to their home world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think at that point, they're not really worried about us in any way, shape, or form.
This is scary because there's more. And we sent the message and they got it. And if this scouting party doesn't come back of 5 ships, if they bring 15 ships, right?
50 ships or 500 ships.
Yeah.
500,000 ships.
Making those bubbles, they're far more advanced than us. So did they buy themselves a few years with those satellites to wait for the next party? I mean, it's not looking good for humanity right now, Tom, is what I think.
And I think that's what's unfortunate is this movie didn't do well enough at the box office that we're never going to see a sequel.
Yeah.
But they set you up for one. It's like they're at the ceremony, the picture taking after the ceremony. Hopper is talking to another commander of sorts that's from the Navy SEALs, and he's asking Hopper if he wants to come join him at Coronado to train to be a Navy SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can see like that's where that movie was going to take it. Like he was going to become a Navy SEAL, and then you had that whole, where was it, in Scotland, the post-credit scene, that there was still an alien alive in a crashed ship in Scotland.
Yeah. I mean, what's that thing going to do?
And it's like they briefly got a very short signal off before they bombed. Or no, I'm sorry, it was before
they blew it up.
Canales and Sam hit it with their vehicle. So it's like they got like a brief millisecond of a signal off before it was shut down again.
Mm-hmm. The Earth is done, Tom. We aren't fighting 100. We're not fighting 7,000 of these ships. It's not happening.
Well, I mean, we didn't think we were going to do well on Independence Day, and we know how that turned out.
Yeah, hacked him. Well, we need Jeff Goldblum back.
He could still be there. I mean, do we need Jeff Goldblum when we have Cal Zapata?
Oh yeah, you're right. What is he, an android? Is he an android? Oh,
they are pretty much the same guy.
He called it. I do feel horrible for that Hawaiian terrain, though, because that was some beautiful mountains they built satellite dishes on.
Yeah, it was.
They had to build some roads up there and deforest and...
And then I don't know what the aliens did attaching all their cables, but when they fired that thing up, it's like ripping electricity through the mountainside and blowing trees apart.
Yeah. Jerks. Hawaii's going to be kind of roughed up now.
It could be.
Oh, man. So, hey, any final thoughts about this movie before we get out of here?
Guys, just go see it. If you need to crack a beer or two to get in the mood, just have fun. No expectations going in. Just enjoy it. Great visuals, goofy cast.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Liam Neeson in it for about 45 seconds, but all of his lines are gold. You can repeat them at home and feel badass about yourself. And it's got a solid soundtrack. Good score, good AC/DC rock music. Stone Temple Pilots thrown in there.
Oh yeah,
just fun stuff.
All right. So by the time we get out of here, let's do a quick Peter Berg 4-film squad. All right. And since you're the guest, I'll let you have first pick, and you could probably win it with your first pick. But I'll give you the first one.
Okay. Oh man, I want to take this, but I also want to win.
So before we get out of here, I'll let you have. Well, you pick first, and I go.
I'm gonna go Deepwater Horizon.
Whoa! All right, I'm gonna go Friday Night Lights.
Good one. I don't want you to take it. I'm gonna take Battleship.
Oh man! All right, I'll do Rundown.
Oh god, that's so good too. That's such a good freaking movie. I love The Kingdom. I'm gonna go with that.
All right,
I just rewatched that again a few weeks ago.
It's good. I'll take Hancock.
I'll go Patriots Day.
Ooh, all right. So you got that. So I get the last pick, and I have a decent amount of movies left. All right, so I get to pick. This is tough. I will take. He did very bad things. Nah. Oh,
Lone Survivor.
Oh yeah, how do we leave that out? I'm taking Lone Survivor.
So, real quick note to the audience. Apparently, Berg, Lone Survivor was like his pet project that he wanted to do for years. And the only way they agreed to back this, that Universal agreed to back this, is if he did Battleship. But he wanted to do Lone Survivor first, and they said no. So he was kind of forced into doing Battleship to get his finances squared away for Lone Survivor.
And then Battleship didn't do well, so they had to cut a lot of his costs for Lone Survivor, and he hired everyone at like Mark Wahlberg, Taylor Kitsch, all the actors took scale.
Yeah.
And
which is pretty cool. You don't hear that often anymore.
Man, Mark Wahlberg taking scale? That's nuts.
Oh yeah.
He regained a lot of his mojo though with Lone Survivor. Because I mean after that he went on The Leftovers and he actually did some TV. He had trouble getting movies for a while. But then he did Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day, Mile 22 wasn't very good. I enjoyed Spencer Confidential. It's okay. It's not great. It's a background Netflix watch for sure.
His run there though with Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, and Patriot Day are, that's a really, really solid, impressive 3-movie run.
I mean, this guy's gonna keep. Oh, he did a Rihanna documentary, so they remain friends, which kind of makes me happy.
Does he have anything in the works right now?
Chris Cornell documentary and a Rihanna documentary, and then I don't know if they'll do another Spencer Confidential. They wanted to do a whole series of that. But he has a show called Painkiller, and there's nothing to know about it. It's in development.
Okay.
But I mean, he'll keep working. The guy knows how to work. So, but Tom, thank you for joining me, man. And I'm glad that we got to defend Battleship. I know I just had to get a few things out there with Kitsch and the Michael Bayism, and I think you kind of turned me on it, man. So I appreciate you doing that.
No, thanks for having me. This has been a podcast in the making for years now.
Because you and I have just been drinking coffee on film sets, arguing about or talking about Battleship, or I've just winded you up on social media by talking smack about Battleship.
Oh man, I've gotten into so many arguments on other sets. I mean, the camera ops from the classic TV show Devious Maids always gave me a hard time.
Yep, and everyone knew how to get you wound up, man. It's like, hey, go watch this. Say something about Battleship.
So they would start recording on their phones and then go drop some snarky comment to me just so they could see my reaction.
Oh man,
that's how bad it got. Then I would get into reacting half the movie in front of them.
And then you probably started quoting MacGruber with your insults at him.
Normally, that's what happens.
Hey, well, thank you for joining me, Tom.
Thanks, man.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Tom Trezemer, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.